Hello, hello. Good to see you all here. 8 viewers already. Hope you have a wonderful day so far. I'm a little bit out of shape today. This is becoming a tradition for my live stream, I guess. Yeah, girlfriend celebrated her birthday yesterday, and yeah, I had about 6 hours of sleep. But yeah, I managed to kill the headache, and I'm ready to race. I think that's good enough. We are today at Pescara, the longest track Formula One ever has raced at, and it's one of those old school road or street races through the Italian countryside, very much like Targa Florio, like Mille Miglia. Absolutely insane. Formula One stopped racing here, I think, in 57, or only was here for a championship event in 57. And we are now in 1967, and those cars are definitely too quick for this track. But we managed to get, about 20, or currently 16. It will be a few more people here to race in a combined race of F1 and F2, Formula A and Formula B. And yeah, so normally we have around double the number of cars, but not everybody managed to learn the track, or didn't even bother to learn it. 25.8 kilometers. I somewhat learned it. I know where it's going, but it's not part of my muscle memory yet, so I still have to be very awake, very concentrated. But at least we have a few very, very long straights here, so there's time to chat, there's time to relax in between, and we will do a 12-lap race later. Qualifying is still going for 42 minutes, so I can still do a few laps. I will just leave everything as it is. I guess no setup changes anymore, so late minute. And yeah, show you the track. We will have to do a 8-minute something out lap. I already set 1 lap, which was moderate pace. I should be able to gain 5, 6, 7 seconds, so maybe up to P3 could be possible. A few guys have already crashed out. We are not allowed to crash during qualifying, so yeah, but starting position doesn't matter anyway. Today is survival. I say that all the time. I crash all the time, so let's just see where we are going today. And maybe I'll open also my chat window so I can also see what you are saying. Okay, chat is open. Checking the stream. I think you all should be able to hear me. Check who's there. Yeah, things are looking good. So let's take a look at this track. So again, Ferrari. Hey, Autism Dad. Good to have you here. So we're here in the paddock area, and right in the city of Pescara right now. Anybody want some ice cream before we start? Yeah, right in the city of Pescara. And now we have a few, typical street circuit-like corners. So 90-degree angle. Just set up my sound a bit more nicely, not to blast away my ears. Yeah, so here we turn right, and then we approach. I think this is some kind of technical or engineering school here up the hill. Turn left again. And then for the final corner in Pescara, another very tight right-hander. I'm not pushing now, of course, in the outlap. I just want to survive it, and then we will push in the second lap. And now we are leaving. So we basically were at the Adriatic coast, and now we are heading into the hills. So going westward now. And this is the most scary part of the track. Thing that you can take with just lifting, but it's still very dangerous. Those curbstones here are deadly. They will throw you into the walls. This is now the Villa Raspa part of the track, and here we now turn right and we really head into the hills, and that road changes, much more bumpy, much narrower, and yeah, you have to know where you're going. Many blind corners. So here I try to remember this track by sections basically. So this is now the farm section somehow. This section is really nice. And now, yeah, also the upcoming section is super nice to drive, because it's very, very quick. Here this right-hander almost goes full flat out, and another flat out right-hand kink. And then we have to slow down a bit. Avoid the curbstones at all cost. And then we are approaching the hills. And very slow part here, first corner, first gear. The S is... The next one is really tricky because it looks a lot quicker than it is, and then you're in the ditch down there. And we are now approaching almost the city of Spoltore, or the village. You already see the church up there. Really nice scenery. Italo Tracks made this track. The paid add-on for rFactor 2, a paid mod. Really wonderful work there. And then we are in the village of Spoltore. Again, dangerous curbs. The right one turns in on you, so this can also throw you into a wall. Then here at the main square basically. And out of the village. A very quick run here. And then a corner I could not yet get right. Yeah, a lot quicker than I normally think, but don't want to risk too much. And we're now really on a ridge. So left and right it goes downhill, following the ridge line. Luckily those bollards, those stones there at the side, are not collidable. And we're further following the ridge and approach almost the top. I think it's going downhill from here on, and that in a very steep fashion. So 2 tight hairpins coming up. And then we already almost approach the next village. Again, blind corner much longer than you think. And we approach another village. I forgot the name, so let's take a look. Cappelle Sultabo. Yeah, that's it. That's it. A really nice church here. And really slow corner, also blind. Hairpin. And under the road, through a tunnel. That's the road up there that we just have been on. And out of the city. So absolutely mad track here. And here a section that really reminds me of the end of the Targa Florio before the Buonfanello Strait. Every corner looks a bit like the other, very easy to mix them up. But now we approach the longest straight. Good exit here is vital. And then we have, I think, 7 kilometers of straight ahead of us. I made the gearing a bit longer than it would need to be, just in case I catch a draft just to save the engine. A rail line going right next to us there as well. And after this little kink here, we will see a banner hanging across the road. This is the start of the flying mile. They would time basically how long we would take for 1 kilometer, one flying kilometer it is. So 1,000 meters, they would time how long it takes and calculate the average speed. And I'm doing here 200 miles an hour, so average speed on the kilometer also 200 miles an hour. And then we approach the coast again, hard braking, down to second gear, 90-degree corner but very wide. Onto the second long straight, which leads us back to Pescara. Forgot how this village is called though. I think something with M, but I'm not sure. Yeah, another straight. The rail lines right next to us, deadly if you hit them. And getting closer to the city of Pescara now. I sometimes have problems finding my braking spot or seeing when the corner comes up. So I look out for some buildings that I remember. Here's the church. Then there's the building with the umbrellas on top. And then the one with the tower. And then the braking point is starting to come up. And I brake at the normally at the green barrel. This time a little bit earlier. For a chicane they added. Basically we are already on the start and finish straight, but they added this chicane here to slow the cars down in the pit area. And here another left and a right, and we're at the start finish straight. And then gonna push a bit, see if I can improve my time down to P5 now. But I'm not too concerned with my starting position today. So let's go. Not enough blip on the downshift, but it's alright. And now the scary section. Tires are getting hot. That was wild, but again a bit of time. Got some air. Alright, it's motor done. And that was a little bit much. Up, and that was a tree. But the car is still going. Okay. Yeah, that was the corner I said before. I'm always too slow there. And this time I was a bit too quick. But yeah, I can recover it. The car is bent in all ways. But the wheel is still attached. So let's get it back. And I can do one more run. That was stupid. I never had a mistake in that corner. Just the one time where I risk a bit more. But that's as quick as it gets, as it goes. Here. It's almost uncontrollable, so I wouldn't be surprised if I still lose it. As I don't want to take forever to get back to the pits, of course. I'm not allowed to escape and to teleport back to the pits. Oh, the car is wandering all across the road. But yeah, that was already 4 seconds up, and I actually lost more time, I think, in the later part of the lap. So definitely P3 is within reach if I can keep it together. Niklas is again driving on another level. Sub 8 minutes takes some serious commitment. Currently 17 people on the server. I think we will get Reese Gardner also to join, and then we are 18. Not good, not bad. Well, it's not driving in a straight line anymore. Yeah, 150 is probably the speed is max that I should do. Oh, it's oh God. God, why don't you drive straight? So they really must have broken a suspension arm or something. One wheel is wiggling all over the place, at least. Probably a rear wheel. Now, flying kilometer is a little bit slower this time. Only 100 miles an hour, half the speed. What is the name of the city? Yeah, Montesilvano, that's it. And there's Reese. And we're up to 18. Just one more straight to go. The problem is that we have to do another out lap, but still there's enough time to finish one lap. Need around 18 minutes. And if I'm starting in P5, it's alright as well. Just don't know if also Sido Vaya will... Yeah, Sido is on track. He's one of the very quick guys as well. So I'll probably remove a bit more fuel. I wanted to do 2 or 3 laps this in a run, but obviously that's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna remove a bit more fuel. Probably start with 40 liters. Yeah, for the race, 12 laps. We have to do 9 laps to be eligible for points. So even if I crash after 9 laps, I think we will have so many crashes today that I should still get points. But I never did more than 3 laps without dying. So really, pacing is important. Three more corners. And I managed to get out of the way before Danny arrives. Danny's still 1 minute away. Alright. Pit entry is also weird. Don't crash the car here. Right. 300 seconds of damage. Damage repair. Okay. So less fuel because it was already too quick for me. And then let's go again. I extended second gear by 1 click. I have to remember that. Alright. So there's Danny, probably? No. Yeah, Danny just overtook us. So, another slowish lap and then let's see what we can do. And Cedo also set a lap, 8:09. So I'm down to P6. Points are for the top 8, so would be nice to grab a few today. There's definitely still Nicolas Hillebrand and Reese Gardner behind, who crashed the car in qualifying, so they will be starting from behind. And they are a little bit quicker maybe than me. Hello, Aloy. Good to see you here. I'm doing decent after last night's party, girlfriend's birthday party. So only had 6 hours of sleep and a bit of a headache, but I'm doing all right now. But doing a 2-hour race, of course, will be challenging. Hope you're doing better. Especially on this track. Absolutely insane. Yeah, her birthday was already 3 months ago. She just never got around to celebrating it. So, and of course she knew that I'm racing today, but of course she had to select this date to make it even more difficult. But you might notice that I'm in my primary car. So this is the same car that I crashed on the Nürburgring 3 weeks ago. It was determined that the engine was not dead, so it didn't count as a catastrophic damage. I just had a minor fuel leak, which led to a totally burnt out chassis, but the engine was still not totally dead, so I was allowed to keep the original car and don't have to go in the spare car today, which is a good and a bad thing. Good thing I'm up to pace. Bad thing, it's much harder to drive around these twisty mountain roads. So currently on an outlap and then doing one more try to improve a bit. I think I should still have it in me to set a time that's good enough for P3 right now. Personal best is 8:16, but I didn't practice so much and I never got a good lap, so I think I can do an 8:10, 8:9. So that's the corner where I crashed in the last run. Yeah, 120 kilometers an hour, 70 miles an hour should be max what I should be doing here. So many blind corners. You see the entry but not the exit, so you cannot really plot your line just by looking at it. This is another one, just gets tighter and tighter. Into the hairpins, and then we are almost at the next village, Capelle sul Tavo. Oh, there's a car behind me. I was sleeping. Don't know if I saw blue flags or not. That was Cedo. Hope I didn't destroy the lap too much. Right, turn left and under the bridge. So I can do one quick lap, and if I survive it I can do one all-out full risk lap as well. I should be able to get across the finish line before the timer runs out. And I might as well risk it in the second lap if I can finish this, the first one. Alright, the backstretch with the flying kilometer. And then we're almost back to start the lap. And the last backstretch. So the ocean is to the left, the Adriatic coast, maybe a kilometer away from the ocean. And basically following the backside of the Italian boot here down south. Braking zone is coming up. And now gonna get some heat into the tires, probably. Yep, not like not just in a flat spot, but yeah. Just scrubbing them a little bit. And then we're ready to go. Alright, the scary part now. Not all out risk mode this time. Bad exit. That's a broken car. Can't park there, mate. Using too much tire. Well, that was scary. Decent lap so far. Now this point where I crashed. Almost do it again. The road is crowned, and if you're on the outside you have no chance. Same here. Don't run wide. God. Nope. But we're still up. 1.5 seconds. Lost 3 seconds there. No grip anymore because tires are too hot. And ran a bit wide, but it's okay, I think. Tap the rear wheel. Missed the apex. That's now costing a lot. And onto the flying kilometer. I'm flying 7 kilometers or something. Yeah. So 3 seconds definitely down. Cedo is still going, it was not broken, just spun out. Probably also wants to do another one. Yeah, I craft the chips. This is quali. Still 5 minutes of quali, so I can do another lap if I want to, but I will go all in then, and I probably will crash. The improvement that's currently on the clock is not enough to improve in position, unfortunately. Had a spin. But yeah, it's alright. Not a problem. I still have the fuel for one more lap as well. Yeah, John, I know I might be going a bit overboard with UI and stuff, but I need my information. Other people prefer to run it very clean, just the gauges on the gauges on the car. But I need to see where everybody is. I need to know my tire temperatures. The track map is just there for you, basically. I don't look at that. Brake a little later here on low fuel. Oh, track limits. So, personal best at least. But yeah, for positions I need a bit more. lock. God. And that was the curb. Oh god. Survived barely. Yeah, lost concentration a little bit and half a second gone. And too quick. Don't know how the other guys get 10 more seconds out of this here. Impossible. This is where I spun. 4 seconds back. Still screwed it up though. Wow. So sketchy. This is where I hit the tap on the wall. The understeer. The last one on track. 4 seconds up, but messed up the exit. Oof. Yeah, might be good for 1 or 2 positions. We'll see. Definitely not P3. Still losing a bit of time along the straight. I think I can brake a little later here in the next corner than normally. Yeah, I locked up too much, no grip. And the wrong gear. Yeah, that messed it up. Probably losing a bit too much now. Everybody must wait on for me now. Oh, I need to find 0.8 of a second. Oh no, I'm still ahead of Darren, but not yet ahead of Danny. So a few more tenths would be nice if I can find them. Come on. That's it. Ah, no grip. Enough for Darren. Yep, I just missed out on Danny. God. That was the wall tap in the end. Ah, God. But nice. Yeah, gotta head to the driver's briefing now.
If you take out the alien Niklas, then it gets even closer.
Yeah, Niklas, stop curbing the fucking average for everyone else. What an asshole, right?
You're raising the bar too much.
Congratulations.
As soon as I saw that 7:59, I knew there was no chance for the rest of us.
Righto. I will start sharing the screen then, since we're finally done with the funny stuff. Quickly look.
Yeah, sorry.
15 minutes. Okay. So let's hurry it along for the briefing. Welcome to our last joint grid race, the last part of the big race Triple Crown, so to say. After Spa and Nürburgring, we're here in wonderful sunny Pescara for the Mediterranean Grand Prix. Local weather stations predicted a dry race with sunny to overcast conditions, which has been true so far, and will probably, it should remain true to the end. Our practice session and the qualifying were lengthened this time around because, as you've by no doubt noticed, the track is incredibly long, and we can't really do a fast pit in like we were able to do at Nürburgring, for example. The starting procedure will be a standing start. There will not be a formation lap. We also wouldn't have had a manually adjusted grid. So with F1 cars getting moved in front of F2 cars because the start-finish line and straight is wide enough and long enough so it can sort itself out. And obviously, everyone that crashed or had a penalty, which we didn't have, they just have to deal with the consequences of their actions. Lapping is one thing that I have to address here because I had a few moments, I've seen a few moments during qualifying for the F2 cars. Do pay attention to blue flags because we do have insane speed differences here. The F2s are around 270 kilometers an hour, I think. The F1 cars go 40 to 50 kph faster on the long straights, and in a lot of the small squirrely sections, the closing speeds are quite insane. So keep a look in your mirror as well, and it is Grand Prix blue flag racing rules. It's not that the lapping car has to do all of the work. Also, hello, who's this? Novens, the enthusiastic reserve driver. He's bringing the spirit for sure. Anyway, track limits. I don't think there's going to be any big discussion about that because it's either grass or dead. The pit lane. For that, I have quickly, while Austin was driving it, since it wasn't unfortunately as forward as I thought it would be. I have given us a picture as well. So the pit lane will be before the final corner. Let me quickly skip to the other thing here. There we are, splendid. Pretty much, it is here, like the blue barrels before the final corner market. I saw a lot of people get lost in the middle there, but it happens. I will not penalize people for getting to the wrong pit entrance and stuff in qualifying. But if you are damaged, if you have to return back to the pits or something, then just look out for the blue barrels. Make sure that you're slow enough and keep off the racing line here to make sure that you don't impede someone else, because we obviously don't have indicators or anything here. And a reminder here, if your car is damaged, if you lose at least one wheel on your car, you retire the car immediately. I didn't think that I'd have to make this very, very clear again, but since last race we did have one person carrying on for majority of the lap of the Nordschleife out of all places on 3 wheels, and that person has got a 1 race ban due to that. I'll just bring it up again. Disconnects, if it's a game crash or something, you can reconnect, obviously. It's not going to be a quick repair because your car will be in the condition that it disconnected in. And the track map and orange zone, the entire circuit, like Nordschleife, is an orange zone for lap 1. The remainder of the race will not be an orange zone. However, high levels of caution. It's the exact same situation as with Nordschleife, especially because we have the track width going from 12, 20 meters almost down to 5 meters. So just make sure that you are looking out for yourselves. Try not to, go too hard, especially this run, essentially starting from Villa Raspa up all the way to Capelle and to what I like to call downhill or Rouge, which is more terrifying than it actually sounds. To Molino, that's basically, just take a lot of caution there. You will not gain a big position or a lot of time if you just try to dive bomb someone around there. So just, drive within your limits, try to not kill yourselves and others. Are there any questions?
Will the race start at the time that is given in the briefing, so 45?
It'll be slightly delayed due to the overtime from qualifying. So we'll let the timer here run out. So you guys have a quick moment to go bathroom break, get something to drink, or anything along those lines. Because it's going to be a long race today, 2 hours. Any other questions?
Could I make a small sort of announcement, but more of a warning actually? Basically everyone?
As long as you're not threatening people, yes.
No. This has been true for every race, but I'm mentioning it here specifically because Pescara is so narrow. The Hooper has a massive difference between quali pace and race pace due to the amount of fuel I have to carry. So if you're starting behind me, please keep that in mind.
I think the BRM has a very similar issue. So yeah, I guess everyone be mindful of the differences between the cars.
Yeah, it's close to 200 liter difference. well, around 200 liters for the race distance, like 150 to 200 liters and stuff. It depends on the car. Are there any other questions? All right, I'll take that as a no. Yeah, then briefing is over. Thank you everyone for attending. And I know that it's a very big and scary circuit, but yeah, I think we can have a lot of good fun here today, and race hard, race fair, have fun, and hopefully see you all at the finish line.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Right, there we are. All right. So, what do we do? First of all, check out the setup again. So we have 12 laps. I need 11 liters per lap. That means, ignore this, 12 times 11 is 132, if I'm not mistaken. I'll take a little bit more. Will be sketchy probably in the end, but I also don't want to start too heavy. And I will start with the longer second gear. Override assigned. We're good. The first gear is currently a little bit longer than I normally run it, and if you have watched the previous races, then you have seen that they always had really good starts, but not this time probably. This time it's a lot more difficult. Don't know exactly where I will start. Somewhere around here, a little bit further to the front probably. Yeah, this time first gear is a little bit too long, so it's a bit more difficult to keep the rear wheels spinning a bit. I should be able to do it. And track position is not that important this time. I just need to make sure that I'm not behind Dennis or David, so P7, P8. I should make sure that I'm staying in P6 at least before we head into the mountains. Because the other guys are a bit too slow and I can't overtake there anymore. And if I stay in P6, then I'm in the game to fight for P4 overall. But I think Darren will be super consistent and can go really close to the pace that he was showing in qualifying. Because Darren, as always, did a lot of practice, a lot of consistent laps. And I didn't, so I have to take out a little bit more pace to be able to survive. So, yeah. If I can somehow stay close to Darren, that would be good. And have somebody to focus on during the next 2 hours. And then on the final stretch, I will overtake him easy. That's the plan. I hope the weather doesn't stay like this. Also the lighting conditions. Hope it will be a bit more bright. I need to be really concentrated to be in the right gears. This screwed me over in my qualifying lap as well a bit. Could have been one position further up ahead. So let's go all the way to Spoltore and then park it. Yeah, this is probably the least favorite part of the whole track because it's just so slow. Probably can gain a lot if you're really precise, but I'm always leaving a bit too much space on the outside. Probably for the better for the race. So, race start in 3 minutes. What could possibly go wrong here? 18 starters. Quite decimated field, yeah. But it's super hard challenge, so. There we are, Spoltore. Let's park it here. Oh, it would be so nice to survive this race. Just hope that everybody is, yeah, aware of what we are doing here and just stay safe. So, how many do you think will crash today? We have 18 starters, 12 in Formula A and 5 or 13 in Formula A and 5 in Formula B. So, will 10 cars arrive at the finish? I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Filippo is out because of force feedback problems. Should be back soon. But he will have a problem when the timer runs out. So still, oh yeah, fighting for P4 and stuff. We have Nicholas who's quicker than me. We have Austin that's quicker than me. We have Reese that's quicker than me. I'm not sure about Maddie this time. So yeah, there will be cars coming from behind. That's for sure. More bread and then almost ready. Yep. Confirmation in Discord that we will not wait. And yeah, Filippo is missing. Right. Double check everything. 140 liters. Long gears. Lowest tire pressures. Oh. Somebody has a horn in their car and I don't. I'm jealous. The grid is super tight. Oh god. Wheelbase and pedals. I have an old Thrustmaster T500 RS. That's it. Clamped to a table. Very cheap setup. Oh god, this is so tight. Alright, wish me luck. The other guys are risking a bit more. Somebody on the inside. Could have stayed in the lead, risking a bit more, but it doesn't make any sense if everybody just goes ahead. I'm also gonna let Nico go, he's quicker than me. I hope, at least. Would be bad if he's now the roadblock. So all the quick guys are in front. Yeah. And I'm ahead of my opponents. Nico is going slow. Seriously fighting up there, right? Sido is gone a bit. Niklas is recovering. Tapped the curbstone already. Hey. really bad in that section. Okay. Just 11 more times. Just double checking you can hear me, right? I'm not sure if I activated my mic again. Just type something in the chat if you hear me. Else I can take a look again. Okay, thanks. So nobody in my slipstream, and I'm also not in the slipstream. Cedo is really pushing. That's the pros. They can do the same pace as they did in qualifying. I was in the race for a longer time. This is far too risky for me. I'm just staying where I am and hope to keep Danny and Darren behind me. Bit more weight, so braking point was good. Looks like I have the quicker car on the straight compared to Danny. This is really good news. How are we doing? Hey Rambo, doing good. P5 is probably max I can achieve if nobody else is crashing, and I just hope to survive this time. You missed just the qualifying. We are still in the first lap, so you have all of the race ahead of you. So now don't miss the braking point. Yeah, and still overshot the corner. Oh man. Shifting gears doesn't work. And we are done with the first lap. 11 to go. Prediction says I have 11.8 in the tank, so everything is good. Probably should take care of my engine a little bit better. Over-revved a bit in 4th gear. Also take care of my tires. Still being slightly cautious here, no need to risk anything. feels so good, very controlled right now. Yeah, just this corner always is catching me out. Luckily no curbstone contact. Declan is out. That's, I think, Formula 2 driver. Ah, come on. The point where I crashed in qualifying. And go a little quicker. Nico is gone. Rear stepped out there. And then he's close again. I'm really not that good in the later sections of the track. So I have to use my speed in the first and the last section. Right. David out, Formula 1 driver. No confidence in this section. But a good exit. So I hope to stay away from Danny. Oof. Ah, Niklas has caught Cedo, and Cedo is back to P3. I think the Brabham, yeah, the Brabham is really slow on the straights comparatively. Has 100 horsepower less or something, or 50. So probably losing out there on the straights. Yep, Danny cannot follow. Yeah, I really thought Austin would be further up. Really struggling there. Also, Darren cannot yet keep up with Danny. Darren also has a very heavy car in the, at the start. The H16 engine is taking a lot of fuel. Alright, braking zone soon. Almost missed it. Gearing just doesn't work for this right there. But I couldn't take an even longer first gear. That would have been bad for the rest of the track. Yeah, 8:19. That's a good pace. Not many casualties. Those who are here know how to drive here. Looks like. Lost a bit too much time there. Fuck up this time. Yeah, much better. Almost gained a second there alone. And did the same mistake as in qualifying. Carried too much speed, and once you're on the wrong side of the road, just go straight on. This corner is so weird. Turn around. Bad exit this time. Yeah, losing all the time that I gained. Yeah, the mountain section is really nice for tourists. So I'm losing not too much time to Nico and the other guys. Surprised that I'm only 20 seconds back after 3 laps. But they're also going 10 seconds quicker than they can, so slower. Then he's going exactly my pace. And Reese is up 4 seconds away from Darren. So Reese might be approaching. There's the stuff on the roof, the tower, and braking zone soon. Decent lap. Happy. Gained 6/10 on Danny. Yeah, more is rally style this time, not as much other people close, but that's also a good thing. Just trying to be smooth and not slide too much. And then I'm good. amount of concentration that's required is absurd. Shifted a bit early there. Darren, oh no. Why? Don't know where the road is going here. Stupid section. But yeah, good lap so far. And I'm in P4. Nico also died, my teammate. Must have been somewhere here in that last section where I said stupid road, I don't know where it's going. Is this harder than Nürburgring? I don't know. Of course I know the Nürburgring by heart, but to learn the track is actually much easier here. A, you have these two super long straights where you don't have to learn anything. B, the sections are really distinctive from each other, so they are really, you can memorize them a lot quicker than on the Nürburgring, where everything just looks the same. So I found that I made progress here much quicker than on the Nürburgring. So maybe I did 20 laps here as a practice, and I didn't know the track at all before. So to learn it, it's definitely a lot easier. But then to go really quick, you have to be much more precise, because you don't have that 1 meter runoff of grass, because you have these absolutely terrifying curbstones everywhere. So it's much more dangerous to die here. So you have to calm down a little bit more during the race than on the ring. Alright, that's P4. already. Danny 3.8 seconds behind. And then there's nobody. Oh, also Reese Gardner is missing. Maybe Darren and Reese had it coming together. Oh no. So there's just basically just Danny behind who can threaten me. And here's the braking zone. Don't miss it by looking at the gaps. You always think you have braked enough and then the corner just tightens up. So 1/3 is done. What's also helping a lot is of course that you can relax a bit on the straights. So for your brain to relax a bit. That's a lot easier than on the Nürburgring. So maybe they are on par then if you take a look at all the different things you have to consider. It's probably the same difficulty. Tito is not going that quick anymore, just 2 seconds quicker than I am. Maybe he hit something. Maybe he has to fight a broken car. But I don't want to overdo it. If I can catch Tito by going the pace that I'm doing now, then that's fine. If I cannot, then it's fine as well. I'm just doing what I can do. That was close to a spin. Cannot let your mind wander off for a second here. Rear locking up, not so nice. too close to the inside. But no damage. Yeah. And I was just thinking to myself, damn, I'm pretty quick. Cannot say anything if this is serious damage yet. Can feel it a little bit. So right hand corners might be a bit more tricky now. Had a really good run in the city, or into the city, and that caught me out. Just was quicker than I ever was there. Cedo is also dead. I'm in P3 now. Oh god, what are you doing, guys? I make mistakes myself. Danny is still 4.5 seconds behind me. Car feels okay. P3. The lower fuel, yeah, it gets more nervous. That and the tires slowly degrading make it more difficult in the end. But I'm trying to conserve my tires as much as possible. So need to be more careful on the throttle. That's the most important thing. To not spin out. Cornering should be about the same because the car gets lighter, so it should balance each other out with the tires degrading. Should be fine. Just super careful now to learn how the car behaves. With the bent rear suspension. But so far it looks alright. Front to rear brake bias depends on the overall car setup, and also depends on which car you are running. So I think I'm running 65% in the front, or 56 in the front. But it depends on the rake of the car, how much fuel you are running. So the optimal point also shifts around a bit as you burn off fuel. And I think other cars run more to a 50-50 with a very heavy engine, for example the BRM H16 engine. So don't forget braking. Yeah, it's a bit more squirrely now in the back. And suddenly the fight is for P3. That might motivate Danny a bit more. Yeah, Reese is out as I thought. Still gained 3/10 with regards to Danny, but I might be a bit slower now. So try to be smooth again. Smooth is quick. I wonder if anybody also had an engine failure, because if you set your gearing to be too short, then you really have a problem on these straights. I'm super careful now. This is scary with the bent suspension. That's half a second well invested into survival. Ah, my mind wandered off again. I mistook the corners. Niklas, oh no. And I'm super surprised by that. Must be, I've been somewhere here. This curb here on the outside can rip off a wheel if you touch it. But he was still going here. So crash probably in the city. Yep, in this corner he crashed. P2. Focus. Austin is out as well. Nobody's running anymore. But I'm losing time because I'm not focused. Don't crash again this time. Yep, much nicer. Yeah, that lap was a bit crap. Not so good. So then he definitely gained some time this time. Oh god, half of the race almost done. And I'm starting to sweat now. I have some sugar here. that I can take for energy and concentration. Through the hilly sections, the Formula 2s are almost the same speed. They are just slower on the straights. I don't know if we can lap them. Maybe Pitania Clem is going very slowly, conservatively. Maybe we can lap them. But I really don't care. All I care about is Danny behind me. And Danny is gaining. So on the straights, the Formula 2s are 50 kilometers an hour slower, maybe. We definitely have to do 9 laps and then I'm safe in P5. Because there's nobody going anymore. Braking zone. Good one this time. .5 seconds. He was at 1.5 after the twisty bit. I will never learn this corner. But so far the lap was really good. Bit wide. Almost lost it there. But I put a bit of time on Danny, I think. Maybe I can break him. Yeah, gained even in the middle sector now. So, yeah, Danny won't be able to overtake me in Sector 1 and Sector 3. So, as long as I am with him by the end of the last lap here on the last section, I should be able to take P2. But let's first focus on finishing 9 laps. That's the minimum goal for getting points. And then, let's go. Yeah, I don't know about slipstreaming. I didn't do any practice with anybody. If Danny is so much better in the slipstream, I doubt it, because he also will run into the red line. So just hope that it's fine. Braked a bit too early. Kasper is going slowly. He's just managing the lead. Slowly in the sense of exactly the same pace as I am going. There's the umbrellas, there's the tower, braking zone coming up. Good one. .3 seconds. Gained 3 seconds on him. 8 seconds. Not 5.3. That's good. Focus again. And conserve the rears. Nice and controlled. And not too slow. Now come on. That's too much. Luckily the sign was not collidable. Had a bit of a heart attack there. Losing all the time again that I gained. Alright. Not the best middle sector, but we survived. .5 seconds now. Then he's always gaining there. Let's get some 3 seconds back now. And then I think the distance is manageable. Then he had an oopsie. Oh yeah, he did. You're right. 16 seconds. That is taking some pressure from me. Hope that's a good thing. And I hope that Danny can still keep on going. So I could probably start to save the engine a little bit, just a tiny bit, to be sure. Shift a little bit earlier. Currently Clem is in the pits, so that might be our first lapping maneuver. There's the umbrella, there's the tower. And there's the braking zone. Yeah, locking up quite a bit. Clem is still in the pits, so we just have lapped somebody. Dan is still going, not going into the pits. Wrong gear. Focus. Not going all out here. Just keeping a little bit of safety space. Too far to the right. Just to remember for next time. Shifting down helps. Wait. 9 laps almost done. Certainly lost a bit of time, but that's alright. And then yeah, issues. We were always closely matched with regards to speed, and he had just had one major mistake, maybe a spin, but I think the car is looking alright. Right now P5 is dead and just died before the cutoff of the 75% mark. So points only for the top 4 as it is right now. This is really a race of attrition, as I thought it would be. And we have 9 cars still running. All right. Yeah, I'm using a wheel, hopefully not losing a wheel. T500 RS, quite a basic option, I would say. There are much more modern wheels on the market right now, but I'm still using my old one. There's the church, there's the umbrellas, and there's the tower. Braking zone. There we go. And yeah, 5 points for P4 are safe if I cross the line now. That's really good. Feels awesome. So definitely P4 in class. Nobody can take that away anymore. Didn't even lose any time With regards to Danny, he's also slowing down a bit. So this pace is exactly what I need to do. Yeah, this was probably the most deadly race of all season. I mean, Spa was quite deadly as well, and the very first round in South Africa as well. These cars are really difficult, and they change their behavior when they get light, and it's not easy here. Maybe we can red flag the race. Nobody's fighting anymore, right? Actually, there's a fight still going on for the lead in Formula 2, I think. Next year, I think we might go back to the 50s sports cars, or Trans Am first. Trans Am would be super fun as well. 70s Trans Am. Those were super fun races, super tight, everybody very evenly matched. But yeah, let's not talk here in the twisty bits. Much better this time. Starting to become hungry. And my headache is making a small return. But it will be fine for the rest for the next 25 minutes. Good. Good, good, good. Clem Fandango is back on the road still, so still going. After the pit stop, 1 lap down, almost in class. So still 4 cars in Formula A and 4 cars in Formula B are going. Yeah, the T500 are ISIS belt driven, so old school technology. That robot, you missed basically everybody else dying. And I didn't, I just had a small wall tap, so... I'm gonna not run into the red line so much to save the engine. Right, last piece of sugar that I have for the last 2 laps. I'm trying to refill my glass. Successful. And the zip. Alright. 2 more laps to go after this one. So about 17 more minutes, 18 minutes. Then he's not driving super hard anymore, I guess. He's also very happy with the P3. First podium for him, I think, this season. For me it's the second. I had a second place also in the first round. Or it would be the second, still 2 laps to go. Yeah, 25.8 kilometers, longest track ever for Formula 1. And not period correct, so they raced here in the 50s in Formula 1, not in the 60s anymore. And you can probably see why. This is not a good idea. 20 seconds, gained 2 more seconds, so Danny is just cruising now. So the hard part is just keeping up the concentration. In 2 laps he cannot gain 20 seconds. $19.62, okay. But back then they had different engine rules, just 1.5 liter engines, I think. And now we're racing 3 liters here. They are much quicker. And still no aero, nothing. Car is still super nice to drive, so probably did a good job conserving the tires. And the fuel weight is not having too much of an impact on the balance. Just I'm more careful on the brakes and on the throttle. But balance itself is good. So I don't notice any difference, just the rear left is a little bit iffy because of the damage. Small lockup. But that's okay. I should go a little bit quicker maybe. Yeah, very loose there on the hilltop. Oh god. These cars are not made for these corners. Ah, way too late. Super hungry now. Still have a bit of bread here for the back straight. Oh. Yeah, back steps out. Oh god, yeah, now I must say the fuel is noticeable, or the lack of fuel. Ah, spilled some water. God, almost on the wheel. You should just grab the water when I'm already in 5th gear and not in 4th. That was scary. I have slippy hands. Nothing is on the PC though, so shouldn't have any electrical issues. Okay. Oh, Danny had another big oopsie. Danny is 1 minute down now. So Now it's really my... come on, Casper. Lap 11 and Casper does the quickest lap of the race. Why? Just to show that he's just cruising around. Alright. Church. Umbrellas. And the tower. Don't fuck it up. This is braking at that green thingy here. How do you call this? This green barrel. And it's so hard to see in the shadow there. Where did you crash, David? Shame for you, by the way. Always fighting that mighty Honda, I think you're driving, right? 1 lap to go. Yeah, Kevin is a pro. He's esports level, so no, I'm nowhere near him on such a difficult track. On easier tracks, sometimes I can keep up for a few laps, but the pros, they are just so precise and can do that for 2 hours straight. Fuel, 21 liters, so I have 1 lap extra. I need 11 for, or 10.3 for a lap, so I'm super good on fuel. Going super slow now. Yeah. Same as in the first race, everybody just crashes and I am somehow surviving. I hope so, at least. But I also had my bad luck this season, so it was really terrible, the mid-season. There's that fiery crash at the Nürburgring with the harbor chicane in Monaco. With the brake failure in P2 in Silverstone. So, would have been up to top 5 or top 3, maybe even P3 in the championship, if I would have brought it all home. But this result could maybe bring me back into top 5, top 7. Villa Raspa, oh yeah, the quick chicane there, like Master King basically. Yeah, I didn't risk anything there today. So somehow this is the most dangerous corner for me. always pulls me outside. I'm super happy that this was somewhat a quiet race. I couldn't have withheld any pressure today. Or any more pressure. A little bit of pressure was there from Danny in the beginning. And I'm so happy that I let everybody of the quick guys pass in the beginning, because they would have just run me into an error. Wave to the fans. Yeah, come on, turn. Just a few corners to go. All right, now it's 5 corners to go. Super slow. Yeah, where I'm in the championship. I will post an update later to my Discord maybe, with the current standings. I should be maybe P7 with this result, or maybe P5 if I'm lucky. So good enough, definitely good enough. There are big names here that also had trouble. Yeah, it must be quite the spectacle to have a house here. Would be really nice. As long as they stay outside your house with the cars and not go into your bedroom. Ah, catch the curb. Oh, thank you so much everybody for being here today. This really helped me to keep up the concentration. I probably would have fallen asleep here on the straights alone. Hey Yuri. Yeah, in the end it was management. I'm happy that I didn't have to push anymore in the last 3 laps. So then, let's see what the evening brings. I think my girlfriend already ordered some food. And we'll just recover from yesterday evening's party. Or maybe I'll also quickly jump into the interview in the live broadcast. Gotta use the chance when I did well. But yeah, thank you all very, very much for watching. I'm gonna jump out pretty quickly, I think. And I hope to see you all again very soon in an automation video. But now it's time to celebrate. P2, yes! What a race, what a rally, so to say. Didn't see any car anymore. I missed to stop at the ice cream dealer there on the right, unfortunately. So let's just park it somewhere here. And then call it a day. Awesome stuff. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna head into the interview. Everything hurts. Oh. And yeah, gonna do something over the course of next week probably. Some automation stuff. See you then, and have a nice rest of your weekend.